it's really interesting. Fox has gone all in on Trump. Fox decided that Trump was their guy and they were going to stick with him. So now they're on. It's like the New York Times. It's like the New York Times. The New York Times is all in on the left. It is not going to say anything that offends the left. They're just not going to say it. They don't run op-eds that would offend the left. They don't have any opinions. They don't have any point of view. Every article they say about Trump is like the headline. I used to laugh about this in English newspapers, which are openly partisan. But the headline is like, Trump, that idiot, lies about something that we disagree with him on. That's the headline in the New York Times, because they have just decided our audience is the progressives. That's all we're playing to. Fox decided that Trump is the progressive, and Trump has talked about is attacking Wallace, who was attacking Wallace yesterday, and linking him to Fox. Here's that cut.
Did you see last night? Name one. I said, Sleepy Joe, name one law enforcement group that supports you. And then Chris Wallace says, don't do that. That's not. Can you believe this guy? I was debating two people last night. Can you go to church? No. Can you go to restaurants? No. Can you do anything? No. But you can riot. That's okay. Arson's okay, but challenging Sleepy Joe is totally off limits. So disappointed in Fox.
So he's right to say this, because it is true. I mean, the conservatives only have one friendly news channel, I guess OAN now, which is a mini Fox. But they only have one channel that actually has the news gathering capability of Fox, and it's Fox. So Fox, serves that audience. And if you go on their news programs, there are more liberals on Fox on any given day than there are on most stations than there are conservatives on most stations in any given week. I mean, there are more people who have a left-wing point of view getting their chance to talk on Fox than people who have a right-wing point of view getting their chance to talk anywhere in the rest of the media. So Fox is much, much more fair. And that's something that some people think is wrong, right? They think, well, the New York Times would never do. Listen, on CNN, they won't even let you talk if you disagree. They don't even want their audience to hear it. Hogan Gidley, who is a Trump spokesman, he goes on and he tries to explain that it really is Biden who has been the more racist character over the years. They won't even let him get his point in.
Do you have any idea, John, what an exalted cyclops of the KKK is? Because Joe Biden sure does. He spoke at a funeral for one and praised him profusely. Any idea who George Wallace is? Joe Biden sure does. Yeah. He thanked the person who gave him the award for George Wallace's name. Any idea what a racial jungle is? It's what Joe Biden doesn't want his kids to grow up in. Joe Biden's record on race is absolutely disgusting. Donald Trump was opening up his properties to African Americans and Jewish people while you were still in local television news, John.
One thing, Hogan.
This president has a record of respect and understanding these groups like nobody else. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit here and let you call the president of the United States a racist when he is the only one. He is the only one.
Joe Biden can defend his own record. He can defend his own relationships, and he did in the past.
Refuses to report.
Not true.
You remember Dr. Strangelove? You can't fight in here, gentlemen. This is the war room. Well, on CNN, is you can't tell the truth in here. This is the newsroom. It's the same thing. What's really interesting about this, Kayleigh McEnany just this morning was pointing out things that Trump had said, just quoting Trump, and this reporter will not stop. And Kayleigh McEnany, I was going to make this point myself, but she made it for me, and she's much better looking, and she does it better, so we'll let her play. It's cut 26.
He's continually condemned it, and it is really...
The record on this, to go to John's question, is mixed. He has condemned it, he's equivocated at times, he said he didn't want to acknowledge it or address it. His record is very mixed on this issue.
His record is not mixed in the slightest, and when you go back in history, you can see that...
history right here.
When you go back in history, you can see that Jesse Jackson has praised the president as someone who served underserved communities. This president, with Mar-a-Lago, it was the first Palm Beach club open to African Americans and Jews, and in fact...
But his record is mixed. He has not been consistent on the issue of white supremacy. So I'm asking you, what has this White House done to combat what the FBI says is one of the deadliest threats in this country?
We're not having a debate on a cable news network.
You're saying that he condemns it. I have his record right here.
You need to let me finish.
His record is mixed.
It's quite funny that the media goes haywire about interrupting in debates and then chooses to pursue that very same tactic themselves. This is a White House briefing. You ask a question and you give me time to answer.
Amazing. Just amazing. I mean, that is exactly right. That is exactly right. And she's quoting Trump. She's telling them the facts. It's like, no facts. I've got my narrative going on. They think that their narrative changes reality. And that is why they do not want anybody else to talk. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and share it with all your friends.